I'm here at the Virginia Museum of African History and Culture. The Americans, and they're not hiding it. Look, look, look. Music enslaved life. Banjo is an adaptation of several West African instruments featuring a skin head and a hollow body. Early American banjos were constructed with cord bodies. By cord, we mean calabash. Calabash, that's what we mean by cord, right?
So, what is the relationship between Captain Ibrahim Traoré and the African origin of music? Here is your answer. Oh, my children and all my family, welcome here. Welcome and welcome to this Tales by the Moonlight. Oh, yes. Now, before music became an industry, before it was old as vinyl streamed through Bluetooth or danced on global stages, it was sacred and it was African. Music in its oldest form was never entertainment. It was spiritual technology, a way to access other dimensions, to call the rain, to honor the ancestors, to heal the sick, to welcome new life, to prepare warriors for battle. It was our voice when words were too small to carry the spirit. From the heartbeat of the djembe to the chants that echoed through forest shrines, it was our people who gave the world its first melody, its first rhythm, its first song. Even today, museums in America, including the Virginia History Museum in Richmond, confirms it. The roots of country music, classical, jazz, and blues all trace back to Africa, and even more genre of music. Now, you may ask, my loved ones, what is the connection between our great leader, Captain Ibrahim Traoré, and the African origins of global music? What a great, wonderful, fantastic question. But now, I invite you to watch this live video and may the answer travel into your ears and rest upon your heart.
Hey, greetings everyone and welcome to the Virginia Museum of History and Culture. It is so beautiful to be here. I'm here to see family. I'm here to see something very interesting. You see, my brother gave me as a gift. My brother said, let me take you to the museum. And remember how I always say, history teaches you about yourself. And the beautiful thing about our history is that we know who we are within our cultural context. Now you see, about 2 years ago, a few years ago, there was this argument when an African, one of us, an African American, was claiming the country music. And he said, no, it's country I love and country is from my culture, country is from my ancestry. And they were actually condemning her. And my husband said to me, who is a Canadian from the East Coast, he said, oh, but she's right, darling. She said, country music is based on the banjo, and the banjo is an African instrument. I'm here at the Virginia Museum of African History and Culture. The Americans, and they're not hiding it. Look, look, look. Music enslaved life. Now we know that our ancestors are never slaves, they were only enslaved. But let's read this together, all right? Slave music merged European practices with intricate rhythm patterns, off-key notes, foot patterning, and a strong rhythmic drive. Music was incorporated into religious ceremonies as shouts and sorrow songs filled halls, and walk songs helped coordinate group tasks. Hysterical songs were a form of passive resistance that commented on the injustice of the slave system. But that's not where the focus is. Remember, even the concept of music itself originated in Meritah, all right? And by Meritah, Meritah is the indigenous name for Africa. Now let's take a look at it. Banjo, about. That means, what is the origin of banjo? 1850 to 1875. Look at it. The banjo is a uniquely African musical instrument with African origins. The banjo is from Africa. There's no African origin. It's just you carry it from Meritah, and that's the banjo. All right? The banjo is an adaptation of several West African instruments featuring a skin head and a hollow body. Early American banjos were constructed with chord bodies. By chord, we mean calabash. Calabash, that's what we mean by chord, right? Yeah, so we're constructed with chord bodies and 4 guts or fine strings, okay? The addition of a wooden rim and a 5th string in the mid-19th century altered the way the banjo was played and the sound it made, familiar today in bluegrass and country music. So, take it. You didn't hear it from me. You heard it from the people you love, the Americans, right? So even those that you love, they know that the things that they have and enjoy today and sell to the world in terms of the things that you love, that really does make sense. The origins is from Meritah. So I hope this helps you with one more thing to be proud of yourself and your ancestors for. Your ancestors were the greatest people that ever lived. If you want me to help you understand why, say that. Let me know in the comment. All right, until later. Bye-bye. Okia kwahere obodobeha. It means thank you very much. Wa okia. Bye-bye.
As you can now see, we are not just a part of world history. We are the beginning of it. So, the next time you hear the music of the world, remember, you are listening to your ancestors through stolen strings and borrowed beats. What then is the lesson here? Like Captain Ibrahim Traoré, we are not here to seek permission to exist. We are here to remember who we are and then to live that truth. We are creators, leaders, builders of rhythm and revolution. So, what is the relationship between Captain Ibrahim Traoré and the African origin of music? Here is your answer. The same culture that raised the giants like Captain Ibrahim Traoré is the same culture that gifted music to the world. To embrace this culture deeply, not superficially, is to embrace excellence, nobility, dignity, pride, and true wealth. Be humble enough to learn your true culture, not the microwave version handed to you through foreign teachings, disguised as education or religion. Do you know that even economic wealth, prosperity, and long life are tied to the way we honor our culture? Well, that's a story for another day. So, my children and all lovers of our sacred land, don't let hunger or hardship tempt you to sell your soul. A bowl of porridge will pass, but your dignity, your identity is forever. Walk with dignity, speak power with humility, create with memory, because you carry the heartbeat of the world in your blood. And to you all, our wonderful subscribers and those hearing us today, if you want us to trace to show you step by step how music was gifted to the entire world, wherever part of the world you are, through the great African ancestors. Let us know in the comments below, and we will create something to show you, okay? So that we all can reason this together. Bye bye now. Kwahere okia segobe sanjuma odabo.